Hey guys, this is Nicholas Cesar, aka Enrique Rainero, aka the Black Bohemian, aka the Young
Buttermilk
Puppy,
Jesus.
aka the Dab Daddy, and I'm coming to you live from the Function Podcast
From the 225.
from the
The
225.
vibe
That was
from
hard.
the 225. Shit. What are you doing?
I'm just making sure his mic is loud enough. All right, tight. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the function. I mean, not to y'all, to our audience, I guess. Welcome to the function for the first time. We got Andy and Nick as our guests for this one. Oh shit, I don't know. What that
Thanks,
is.
man.
Oh, I do want to say, do a little precursor. These are the fellas behind our intro song. So
Oh,
I want to
yeah.
give a huge shout out to them for that because
Thank you.
I
I-
fucking love that
Yes.
intro song.
Yeah, I never even sent like a thanks or like anything, but it's so dope. I fucking love it.
It is awesome. I like listening to myself on other people's stuff and be like, yeah, that's me. And then so that in itself is a thank you. So I appreciate that. Appreciate that a
So
lot.
one thing I'm curious on, since you sent us 4 options, are you surprised with the one we went with?
Yes, because that beat in particular was just kind of like a throwaway. Like I honestly, it was just like a one bar, like kind of like, okay, this sounds. This I haven't used it in a while, so let me just send it to them and see if they'll use it. And then Andy added some stuff to it, and he put some like synthesizers in it. And then it was really that day we recorded it. It was just I was like, okay, well, I was trying to make Andy think of more of another stream of revenue when it comes to music, and not necessarily thinking about, okay, we gotta shoot for the stars, and if we don't get like a rapper or a singer on it, then we can't have an actual career or whatever. So I was like, well, let's try this avenue of music production and performance. So I just kind of like, all right, these guys need a song. It's a dope podcast. I feel like every dope podcast needs a dope intro. So I was like, okay, let me get these beats. I sent it over. Y'all picked like the beat I did not expect, but that's okay. And then once I pulled it up, it was like just like the way we recorded it. It was very quick. It was very straight to the point. I didn't want to overthink it. I was like, all right, put the beat on, and I already had like the vocals in my head. I just wanted to be like a cool, like the function is going down at the function. And then Andy added his synthesizers on there. And then we just kind of like, it really took like under 30 minutes.
It was perfect. Yeah, that was the thing. That was why we liked it, because we were like, it's perfect like podcast intro,
Yeah.
Because if it's too hard and then it's like, it gets into two good dudes, you're like, all right, what's up? Anyway, antitrust against Google, that's crazy. Like,
Especially being that you sent over trap beats, I was like, this fits more as opposed
Yeah.
to it's just like something hard, and then it's just like, hey, what's up?
yeah. Hey, what's up, guys?
Us just talking about whatever dumb shit we're talking about for the day.
Yeah. Anyway, I pee sitting down. Sorry, that's a little,
We talked about that just
it's a
now.
little
So
sneak peek into the previous episode.
Yikes, man.
Yeah. What, dude?
I don't know. I'm just judging
I got
you
a
a little
split screen.
bit.
I got a very split stream. I don't want to rehash this
Yeah,
too much,
yeah.
but I have
Alright,
a very
alright.
split stream, and
Yeah.
I don't want to make a mess. I'm being
feel
nice to
that.
society.
I feel like these are open wounds.
Look, it still makes me a little uncomfortable. I only started like maybe a year ago,
Okay.
but now I feel like a better person.
Mm.
Not leaving traces of DNA everywhere. So you're
maybe
welcome.
let's stop
Just know
talking
that.
about that.
Anyway, okay, yeah, we can move on.
Yeah, it sounds like you're describing a crime scene. Like, all right, yeah, man, I just got professional at this now. And just nobody can figure out it's me.
Nobody's tracking me by my pee.
Yeah, I'm glad we did that theme song, man, because that gave me the idea to do the one for Pause's podcast. Our friend Jackson Pause has a sports podcast, One Team, One Podcast.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
I want to have them on there on the list.
Oh, damn.
It's him and his uncle, right?
Yeah, it's Uncle Matt and Pause, and they actually just had mailman Carl Malone
They've had-
on the show.
Holy shit! I did
Yeah.
not know they had fucking Carl
Wow.
Malone.
Which is
That is
freaking
insane.
crazy.
Wow.
So they're killing it.
Okay.
That's dope. I didn't know
Check
that.
out their theme
Paz
song.
and Uncle Matt, if you're hearing this, we would like to be, or we would like you on our show. We are god awful at sports, so we would not contribute
Carl
anything
Malone?
at all. But we would love to have you on our show.
Yeah, we'll switch out for Connor and Blake. And
Y'all
let
should really
them-
go on their show, and y'all can.
I think all of their fan base would fucking hate us if we went on there.
Oh,
and be
dude.
like, all right,
No,
hear us
no.
out.
What we'd have to do, we'd have to be like totally like confident in everything. We'd be like,
We'd have to pretend like we actually know what we're talking
no,
about.
yeah, we'd be like, no. The Ravens defense, you don't understand. You know, when they had Patrick
Mahomes.
Patrick McGaines, yeah, from 2017, crazy.
Oh yeah, McGaines. I
Yes,
remember him,
dude.
dude. He was yoked.
You know what they always say that they'd say McGaines making gains. You know, that was like his catchphrase. McGaines making gains. Oh man, that guy was a monster. All right, we move on from this bit.
Yeah, for sure. He was a beast.
Hey, y'all want to do a little intro about yourselves? Because we kind of just jumped into this straight away.
Yeah, sure.
How we know each other and kind of what y'all do.
Okay.
We are musicians. I'm Anderson Powers, and this is
Enrique Rainero.
Enrique Rainero. And we've been working together on music production and really just trying to create a project for ourselves, for other people. We want to produce, and we just want to make the dopest music y'all have ever heard.
It is very dope from what I've heard.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, again, they made the intro. So I mean, if you just want to listen to that'll help them out. We'll send you the 30-second version and just play that over and
Sports
over.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
I mean, you can go check it out.
Oh yeah, boom! That's streaming revenue
Nice.
right there.
Nice.
Yeah. So we all went to high school together. And so that's kind of where we met. But when did y'all get started with music?
I mean,
Uh,
kindergarten.
well, my earliest memory is and Andre 3000 had a show on Cartoon Network called The Class of 3000, and this show during that time period on CartoonNetwork.com, they used to have these online video games on their website, and me being a kid being raised on the internet, just on Cartoon Network games all the time, I went on that game one day, and the game was basically a simulation of like a music production DAW system, like a digital audio workstation, and it was really like simple and easy to like make sounds and beats from. And from there, I was just like kind of like it kind of like I was like, oh, okay, that's how they make these sounds that I hear. And then from there, I think that's what really sparked me into like digging deeper in my curiosity, digging deeper into figuring out like, what is this sound? How do you make music or whatever? And from there, that went from me trying to in 2010, 2011, trying to figure out how to chop and screw a SoulJa Boy song that I found on YouTube. I know this is like mad specific, but these are like memories that are like laminated in my brain.
But that's such a tight like origin story. You know,
Yeah.
it's like Cartoon Network. The Cartoon Network game.
I mean,
Those games are
It's
pretty fire.
important.
Yeah,
They were.
I did play them.
Yeah.
yeah.
I can't. I remember the only one I can think of off the top of my head is a Billy and Mandy one, and then the Codename Kids Next Door one. Those were like two of the ones I played.
Yes.
Oh, the Codename Kid Next Door was
In the treehouse, and
Oh,
they
yeah.
were running
Yeah.
around.
Oh,
Yeah. Bro, that was a time and era of just entertainment that is gone now, sadly. But
True.
but yeah, from there I went and downloaded a free version of Virtual DJ and figured out how to like chop and screw and like edit songs. And from there I made my own mixtape and posted it on I know I'm gonna age myself, but datpiff.com.
I have mad respect.
So, and
I still wish more stuff was on DatPiff, but it's just streaming is too easy.
it really is like streaming has revolutionized everything that how we consume stuff. Cause I remember trying to like download DatPiff mixtapes and having to save it onto my computer, and then gotta go drag the file and all this weird stuff. But
Into iTunes. And
yes,
then
and
syncing
then
it to your phone. Yeah. No, I remember the days of that, which is
Bro.
weird saying that because we're not that old. but
it really is. But
goddamn.
that's how fast technology is moving. Like
Yeah.
you just it's like that was what 10 years ago. DatPiff was
I used it up until 2014 or 2015, and that's whenever I made the switch to streaming.
Yeah, because then all the mixtapes were going to SoundCloud.
Yeah, well, that was also another golden era.
Yeah, which I do have the receipts, and I'm not just going to say this because I just want to hear myself talk. But after that, or during that period of like this new wave of rap music, around 2011, 2012, when I started posting stuff on YouTube, I got into contact with this guy named Black Cray from Richmond, Virginia, and he was part of a crew called Goth Money Records that was in the intermix with Space Ghost Perp and Raider Clan. Now, if you know, 2011, this new wave of rap was Lil B, Space Ghost Perp, and Odd Future. And Odd Future and Space Ghost Perp kind of intermingled with each other in their posse and crew. So from Raider Clan, my crew kind of intermingled with them. And to make a long story short, like I was at one point on Facebook friends with like all these people, including, if you know who was in Raider Clan, Xavier Wolf, Denzel Curry, and I did like Denzel Curry I have the tweet still. He added me on Twitter and was like, happy birthday and whatever, and I was just like, I never thought this guy would have blew up to the proportions he is
That is
now.
crazy.
Yeah,
I
he's
actually forgot that
huge
he's
now.
in that.
Yeah. So just to give you guys like a perspective of like, I guess even though I'm not that old, I was just on the internet mad early, and I was just doing random shit and just kind of running into people. So from YouTube, I went to SoundCloud, and I remember like the early days of SoundCloud was Goth Money. Raider Clan was kind of breaking apart, but they were still like prominent. Travis Scott was just blowing up with Days Before Rodeo, and then I started hitting up, or these people called the Vine Council started hitting me up, and it was a group of some really prominent underground, well not underground now, but of this internet like cloud rap wave of Silk Money, it's a rapper, Icy Twat, it's a mad crazy name, but he's a beat maker, producer. Then they went on to get signed by L.A. Reid, and they have a song with Andre 3000 called December, which is fire. They hit me up back in 2014 when I was like posting beats on there, and they were like, hey, do you want to join us? Your beats are fire. And to me at that point, I was like, no, because to me it was like, during that SoundCloud era, if you go to the early SoundCloud era, like everybody was kind of like sounding alike to each other. And like I remember like Suicide Boys only had like 500 followers during that time, and they followed me. And I was like, oh yeah, it's some guys from Louisiana. Okay, like yeah, bet we're representing. And then I didn't really think anything of much of it, 'cause they kind of sounded like Bones. I don't know if you know who Bones is, but they sound like very
Sound a lot
goth,
like Bones.
goth rap, like goth
Emo
trap,
rap is
emo
weird.
rap. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now look,
Yeah.
So I've been in a lot of places at the right time, but not with the right mindset, because I was just like a 14, 13-year-old kid, just kind of like you know, just kind of like being on the internet and not really having not really knowing like the value of networking and staying in contact with these people. But then from there, I kind of just brushed it off for a bit. School kind of got distracting, and then
Does that?
yeah, and I started
Before you
working.
move on though, Bones' biggest thing was Canal Street with ASAP Rocky. Wasn't it like his most mainstream?
Yes.
Yeah, that feature. But I mean, I guess Control Alt Delete. Everyone knows that one. Himself, but
yeah, but I think Canal Street's like his most mainstream.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, his stuff is so out in its own niche. I mean, Bones was an innovator of. I mean, he created emo rock. He was not emo rock, emo rap. He created that. Like he was a pioneer that paved the way for Suicide Boys to get to where
And fucking
they
everyone
are now.
else.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
So yeah, maybe his stuff isn't going to be valued the same way that these guys are now.
But I think
but-
I don't think he wants to be valued. I think he just
No.
he literally like just wants to be like only directed to his fans, and he doesn't want that attention. I don't
Yeah,
think.
and I mean I know some serious Bones fans, and talking to them, they worship him because he cares so much about his fans. Now, yeah, he's not as big as in the mainstream, like we said, but that's sometimes the price you got to pay.
Yeah. What were you saying though? Sorry.
Oh no, it's cool. Yeah, no, Bones is legendary, but then I went to when I was at Catholic. I started working with Joe, aka Baby Joe, aka Deshaun, and I started like doing more like executive producing like for his stuff. And if you ask him right now, he'll tell you like I need to be more of a executive producer because I know how to put sounds together, and more so of like, okay, if this guy's trying to make like a indie rock song, but it kind of sounds like he doesn't know what direction he's trying to go. Like I know I'm like, okay, you're trying to make like a Mac DeMarco type song, so let's get these guitars to sound way more psychedelic than they already are, and let's get these drums really reverberated. So, and then let's get these vocals a little more whiny. Okay, now your style is more actualized instead of just kind of like wading in the water, kind of like But
It's
So-
rare that you ever want your drums not to be more psychedelic. Though. I mean, let's just get that straight.
exactly. But then so yeah, I worked on some songs with him. Neon Lights is a song I worked with him on. There's another one I worked with him on and I totally forgot, but yeah, Neon Lights, he says everybody that asked about or that told him about Neon Lights, like they really was like, Joe, like this is like a really great song. Then he's like, he just points to me, he's like, yeah, Enrique did it. But
So one thing before you go on with that, first we're actually having him on next week. So
Oh, wow.
I'm excited about that. But
okay.
Perfect segue.
do you
Yeah.
know who produced Progress? Because we listen to that song all the time. We fucking play it for
Still
everyone.
do.
And I think it's hilarious that I feel like he almost downplays that now because
Yeah.
I mean, he's gone a lot farther since then.
Yeah.
But we're still just like, hey, come on.
Progress.
We fucking
That was a good
bump-
one. I
we
remember
bump
that one.
Progress.
I think he made it.
Okay.
He makes a lot of his beats.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, but
That'll be another thing. Just asking
Yeah.
him about that.
That one's good.
yeah. Progress Ponderosa with Tinsley, aka Purse Boy. Tension.
Worldwide.
Purse Boy Worldwide. Is another legendary Baby Joe era song.
Let me lick them titties, though.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
dude.
Yeah.
What a
I remember,
classic.
I remember when that one dropped, and I was
Yeah.
like, damn.
That's
Yeah.
a classic.
323 is I don't know. Every time I think about it, I just think of the day we recorded it, and and the effect like it had amongst like our local like high school, and how everybody it just turned into a meme, and like everybody was just like, yeah, lick the titties, man. I was just like, bro, like this is hilarious.
Such a good one.
Yeah. But honestly, stuff like that just makes me like want to keep going, because like those moments, like that was a moment in time, like, you know, like every time you listen to that song or think about it, you're gonna think about, oh man, like remember at Atomic Pop Shop, RIP Atomic Pop Shop, like when Joe had his first show, and they played that song, and you know everybody was talking about that song and whatever, even though it was like a very like, it was just for like us and, you know, our little community of private school people, but it was worth it. But yeah, so after that, I just I started just getting back into like trying to figure out like to getting back in that world of SoundCloud, and then SoundCloud became SoundCloud sold out, and became very ad heavy, and it just didn't make me want to go back on there and try to discover new people and network, because I just can't get through a song without a 15-second ad, and like that just destroys the whole experience of virtual crate digging through like related accounts and related songs to find new people that you haven't heard of and stuff like that. So that made me, I kind of like just not mess with SoundCloud for a while, and just started making more beats by myself, and then I recently got with Andy, and from there I think he was just kind of like, I know you make music, do you want to make music together? I'm like, sure, because right now I'm just kind of in a space of, I'm trying to figure out how to monetize my skill of being an artist, as well as trying to make it towards where I could just do this for a living every day, and not having to rely on a quote unquote real job or a second job, because honestly I just think that it is possible to be an artist and make money, or be financially
Independent.
Independent. But I just think that when we go to school, it's just they shove down your throat that it's not really it's just a hobby, or it's not really it's not really like, it's not a real job, like, okay, y'all need to go get like a real career, or, and I'm just like, okay, if it's not realistic to do something in the entertainment world like podcasting, or
then how are some people doing it?
Exactly.
Like, some people are doing it.
That, and like, okay, if that's unrealistic, then to me it's unrealistic of getting an entry level job after I worked for 4 years in college, taking bullshit classes like trigonometry, and being in debt, $1,000 in debt, and then getting an entry level job that barely pays for that debt, and then the only raise I get is if I go back and get a master's degree and then get me more in debt. I was like, that whole thought process and lifestyle of 9 to 5 and wage slave is just, that was more unrealistic to me as a high schooler. So I was like, no. So right now I'm in college though, after I just went on that rant, because after I took a year off from school in general, because my mom was like, you're not matured enough, and I went back, and I'm just kind of trying to figure out like, okay, now I'm in it, and I kind of have this realization of how to like apply what I'm doing right now in I guess a more classic fashion of this college to job lifestyle. But in the meantime, I'm trying to work in, like I said, actualize this dream and want of just wanting to do this every day for money, because I'd rather do this. I'd rather do what I like doing for fun and get money for it
Yeah.
than clock in and clock out in a soul sucking job and then get back home and be like, okay, let me work on what I really want to work on, or be at the job and be taking 2-hour restroom breaks on my phone, like researching how to get out of there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's why you got to be always bumping Young Dolph's Cutthroat Committee
Oh,
with the
yes.
told my teacher young or dumb bitch I'm gonna get millions.
Exactly.
Listen to that all the time. Fucking love it.
Young Dolph is if you either want to go make money or you just need a like an extra like kick in the ass and you need like hustle, go listen to Young Dolph.
Also, his voice is amazing. I fucking love the way his voice sounds. But Andy, do you want to give us your little background?
Sure. So I have maybe come from different space than where Nick came from. I mean, he's been just started out in the hip hop scene from the start. I mean, I started out in kindergarten taking classical piano lessons. I was in an orchestra playing violin from 2nd to 5th grade. So I've been playing a ton and I picked up guitar in high school. Was in choirs. Me and Elliot were in choir together. And I mean, I started writing verses. Like, I always loved rap music. Started out probably my first rap exposure was, I don't know, maybe elementary school into middle school, listening to like Lil Wayne and Eminem. Like, that's kind of the generation that I grew up listening to, and I was like, oh my god, this stuff is incredible. So I started 6th, 7th grade. I started writing my own verses, and trying to relearn rap songs that I heard, like being able to respit them, like studying their flows. And then from there in high school, I got playing a lot more piano. As soon as I stopped taking piano lessons, I took piano lessons from kindergarten till about 7th grade too. And eventually, I mean, it was a struggle. My mom was always making me practice and shit. And eventually got to a point where I was just like, I'm done. I'm done with these lessons, Mom. I want to watch the Pelicans game is on. It's a school night. I just did all my homework. I'm freaking done, you know? And I got to so I quit the stupid piano lessons, and from there I started playing way more as soon as I quit lessons, because I knew all the basic music theory, and I was able to just go from there and learn some stuff that I actually wanted to play. So moving forward into college, I always loved music. I kind of got away from it for a little bit, but then sophomore
college.
Yeah, but then sophomore year, I joined a band. I was talking with my friend Patrick Campese, and they're still doing their band. Changed the name to Speakeasy now. At the time, we were Spyblazer with Henry Perret and Drake Dugas. And so I started playing keys with them, and they got the novel idea to start recording an album. And so that whole summer after sophomore year, I was just every day writing songs, trying to record on our project. It never even got done, but that was kind of the start of me realizing that, like, hey, I'm good enough to perform in front of audiences. And I mean, I have a skill, and I have more proficient knowledge of songwriting than I once thought. And just started creating stuff, and I was like, damn, it's pretty solid. And everybody else in the band was messing with it too. So after that, the band kind of got into some creative differences, as many bands do. just trying to organize who's going to do what and whose role in the band. And so I just got I was just like, all right, it's time to start making my own stuff. So since it's been about 2 years now, I've been working on my own, and I've just been working on my own project, trying to learn all the ins and outs of creating music that is interesting and developed enough to be able to show to everybody.
Dude, I remember doing stats with you, and you were just getting started with Five Bleezer. Yeah, those are the days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. So, are y'all working on a project, or are y'all just working to like get your name out there, just trying to find, a niche, or is it, less formal than that?
So yes, we're working on a project right now. I'm getting pretty close to getting something done. And Nick, I don't know how close. Nick is probably further away from his own personal project.
I'm kind of like Jay Electronica when it comes to personal projects. I just I can go and work on other people's stuff and features on other people's stuff and help them create something. But yeah, mine is I'm working on 2021 because I like to post on Instagram I'm in the studio, blah blah blah, and then people are kind of like, oh yeah, you still work on music? I'm like, yeah, and I still have beats from 6 years ago that I just showed them when they asked, yeah, do you work on music? I'm like, yeah. So yeah, but I've been recording at Andy's place, and slowly but surely putting song by song together. But I'm just trying to focus on more quality and less quantity, and just focus on just one song at a time, and take it from there. So
we've all kind of seen some artists, or people trying to be artists that are just pumping out music they made this tonight, and they put it out there. It's unmixed. It's they put the 808 so loud you can't even listen to it, and their voice sounds like they were 10 feet from the microphone when they did it. And we're just trying not to do that.
Yeah, it matters a lot.
Yeah. So one thing I'm glad you brought that up, because one thing I wanted to ask y'all is, how are y'all dealing with the obscurity problem? Because I think one of the things y'all probably see is y'all are just we're so much better than these people who are huge, but it's the fact that they're known, and and y'all aren't. And I mean, being the chuckle you just gave, that's probably a very long list of successful talentless or less of talent people. So
well, to me, it's not really I see somebody that's out right now and I'm just I can make better music than them. It's more so of right now I'm just kind of okay, I'm just trying to, my only competition is the music that I love. So the only people I have in my top, quote unquote, top 10 or whatever, I don't have a top 10 rap list, because I mean that's too many politics I gotta dig through with lyricism and flow, and okay, but this one is more. I'm I don't care, just as long as they're dope, that's all that matters. I don't care how many syllables you can fit into a damn bar. This is not a literary scholar contest, but anyway, yeah, but my thing is I'm just trying to focus on if I can reach the quality and level of the people that I love. So if I can I do this when I'm in the car and I'm trying to test a song. I would just be in the car okay, if this is a diss type beat that I'm working on for somebody, then okay, or let's say it's a Pop Smoke type beat. I'm working on it, and then I'll play Pop Smoke, and then I'll be okay, let me play my beat next to it, right after it. And does it give me that same feeling and vibe as this song? And okay, why doesn't it? Okay, well, let me listen back to that song. Okay, well, this one sounds, the kicks sound more cleaner, or the hi-hats have more of a scattered pattern than mine. So let me go back and work on it. So it's more of like a comparison chart of like, okay, let me see if this is on the same level of that, and if it's not, then let me fix it, but not make it sound just like it, but more so of like making it sound like, something I would listen to.
And there's no rules. There's no. That's one thing about music. There's no rules. So these hi hats in the Pop Smoke track, just because they're a little have more movement in them, it doesn't always mean that it's better. Maybe there's something else interesting going on in the song, and you want the hi hats going back. And I mean, obviously, that's something to consider when making beats and trying to emulate other artists. Is never to judge yourself too much trying to completely copy their what they're doing.
I guess with that, I was also more so wondering, even though you kind of answered it, is networking like the best way that y'all see going forward of getting yourself out there? And
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean we have a number of ways that we're trying to move forward into monetizing our business.
Yeah, because I think that's what how a lot of producers fall is they don't look at it as a business. They more so look at it as like, oh, okay, I'm doing beats and whatever, and they kind of drop off because they don't take it as seriously as like a small business. They more so just kind of take it as like a passing hobby, or it's like this is what I do, and I really want to do this for a living, and I aspire to be like Metro Boomin or 808's Mafia or whomever, but they don't really. It's like, okay, are you doing it just to get famous, or just for retweets and likes right quick, or are you?
Sorry.
Oh no, you good. Like, are you like consistently like, okay, posting it and creating your Instagram page as a business? So, but you gotta go ahead. I'm sorry.
When we had Oz on, he was a streamer. He was saying the same thing. He's like, if you're treating it like you're just streaming, you're never gonna make it big. If that's the thing you'd go home and do, and it's like after work or whatever, it's like you're just kind of treating it like a hobby, then it's never gonna happen for you.
It's like how Steve Wozniak was like that. He wanted to give away like the first computer that he built, and Steve Jobs was like, "Nah, we can sell this." Now Apple's the largest company in the world, so maybe that's obviously the way to think.
Yeah, sell it first.
Well, I kind of think it's like, it's like us going to school. It's like, you do your homework and then you turn the stuff in, and it's like, even though you begrudgingly doing it, it's like, but you're treating it like a job in order to get to that degree. So my thing was like, okay, I went to Andy, like, okay, let's put out a plan, like let's put out a deadline, even though we don't necessarily have to have one, but like you gotta orchestrate yourself as a business, then more so of like, oh well, I feel like doing this today. Oh well, I feel like no, because you don't do that when it comes to a job. It's like, no, you either here or you fired, like, so.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, we like to plan out all of our songs that we're doing and like know which phase they're in. Like, is this in the beat making phase? Is this in the vocal recording phase, like lyric writing phase? And we know where all these songs are at. And I mean, you don't want to. Putting deadlines on things is a mistake I've seen musicians make in the past, where they're like, this needs to be done, whatever it is, this needs to be done by, Saturday, or, a month from now. And then a month from now comes up and they had work and they only put, so much time into this song, and then it comes out and, it's not mixed properly. There's something wrong. You don't want to rush art coming out ever. That's never something you want to put. Yes, you want to put deadlines on yourself, and have structure and goals making your product, but with something like music, with something that's so subjective, and you don't want to put out a product that is not superior to everything that is being to such a saturated market that is being compared to so many other things.
Right. Are y'all doing any features on this, or is it just y'all?
So this project is probably gonna be mostly me and Nick. We might have maybe a couple female vocalists come on. Well, yeah, we definitely already have Avery.
And we definitely do have her
And we
amazing superstar in the making, aka Billie Eilish's evil contender, highly legendary. I'm telling y'all right now, once she stops procrastinating and gets to the studio, and I give her these songs that is fit and made for a female voice, she will. But that's if she wants it, because I cannot bring a horse to water and make them drink it.
She's insane.
Yeah, like this girl just breathes like just Mariah Carey melodies. I'm just like, man, what in the hell is going on?
Yeah,
bro?
we got her in the studio a couple weeks ago, and me and Nick are just giggling. We just got giant grins on our face listening to her just riff like effortlessly.
Yeah,
And
honestly,
it's hard to find good talent like that.
Yeah,
Especially there's some talent in Baton Rouge for sure, but
Yeah, but there's not like actually like musically trained, and like you could tell like her voice is like, okay, this is like a musically trained, like she knows how to
She's
sing.
not just good at singing, she knows how to do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I think that's the only like features we have really. It's just going to be us just making the stuff that we like to listen to, and making sure that it doesn't sound amateurish or like Andy said earlier, just not putting anything out just for the sake of putting it out, just so we can have something to like share on our social media and stuff. Like if we're gonna put it out, we wanted to if we're gonna put it out, then we want to put it out with the intentions of it can go right into the top 40 chart of Spotify, or a Spotify playlist curator can look at it and be like, okay, I can put it on here with so and so, because it's not only sounds good sonically and mixing wise, but musically, like it's good. Like I can, so.
How do you? I mean, this is maybe a more general question, but how do you like break into the music industry at this point? Like, where is it? Because I know SoundCloud was like the biggest thing. It was like people would just, Elliot would just scroll through SoundCloud, just like look at random people, or it just gets.
Shouts out Cole Dewey's brother. all of those early finds were from fucking Ashton.
Ashton.
Shout out. But yeah, like where's that happening nowadays?
Spotify is as much as they don't pay artists, I feel like just as a consumer, I find a lot of like hidden gems on Spotify through like the related artists, and you just click on one and click on one.
So basically, that's one of the things is Spotify has to be able to figure you out and place you into an algorithm alongside other artists that they think they're gonna like you because they like this other artist, or they're gonna like these other artists because they like you. They have to be able to figure out the pieces in your music that make it similar or dissimilar to other things, and that only comes with time. Being recommended and having people listen, getting plays. I mean, there's so much that goes into it.
Yeah, that's why I love the. I don't know if y'all have seen Dave or not.
Oh yeah,
but I love the part where he gets mad that Spotify keeps recommending him to The Lonely Island, G-Eazy, and Macklemore, and it was just like, all right, he's white, comedy, boom, here we go. In the show he only had 2 songs out, so it makes sense that they're like, all right, this is all we've got to work with. This is what we got. So here you go.
Actually, okay, so the one thing that might be, nothing sounded like I was about to start talking about Dave, but I'm not. I feel like the only place that I see new artists now is like hip hop Twitter. Like that's the only place I'll see it.
Shrek Knows Rap.
Yeah, like Shrek Knows Rap,
my
like
God.
whatever. That
DJ
annoying
Pickle
guy.
Juice.
Yeah, DJ Pickle
Shrek
Juice,
Knows
Hip Hop
Rap
Hearts
is-
or whatever that guy is. I hate that guy. Shrek Knows Rap is awesome. What is that guy's name? Hip Hop Heart. I blocked him.
Is it the dude that has?
He has
it's
a
like,
heart on
oh,
his.
No, I was thinking
icon.
of the dude. I think it's debating hip hop. It's like
That's the
purple-
one.
Yeah,
no, that is
yeah,
the
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Young Thug.
Oh
King
no! It's tight. That guy's tight.
There's a few.
Yeah.
So like that's like the
I've-
only place I ever see like a new artist now.
Okay.
I would say musical influencers like Kenneth Beats.
Yeah, like Kenneth Beats. Yeah, but like Kenneth Beats doesn't like promote tiny artists. Like
Yeah, he does.
really?
To me, he
Yeah.
pulled Dominic Fike out of the fucking like stratosphere. I'd never heard of this
Really?
dude, and then he was just like, "Hey, watch this guy," and then now he's.
but
Yeah,
I could be
I
wrong,
mean,
but-
Zach Fox is nothing without Kenny
That's
Beats.
true. Musically, especially.
Bro.
But like people will hit
So
like
funny.
I don't know, like I don't know, one of those accounts retweeted some guy who had like 500 followers maybe, and he like posted a video of himself, and then I think like Yoda retweeted it, and then Shrek retweeted it. Guy ended up with like 4,000 followers like 2 days later. But anyway, I don't know if
Yeah.
I'm recommending that to y'all or what, but that's just like the only
no,
place I
that's-
know of
That's
that like
that's new information.
like
for
it
me.
happens. Yeah.
I
No,
know.
that's-
Hip hop Twitter is like an amazing place to find new people. Like that's
Yeah.
where I see all. Go to the friend. That's how I found out about him.
Shrek Knows Rap is the sole reason that me, you, and like fucking 5 other people know who that is.
He loves Saba too.
He does.
Oh,
Love
he
Saba.
loves Saba.
he's the reason that's why I fuck with Baguetti hard, is because Baguetti dropped and he was like Shrek Knows Rap just lost his mind.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen Shrek Knows Rap, but see some of these like hip hop analyst people, I'm just like, dude, like it just sounds like y'all just got into rap like 2 years ago, and when they're like, yeah, my favorite album is Flower Boy by Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't talk about rap with me, bro. Like if you don't know your history and you don't have good taste, then because some of those accounts, I'm just like, this
Shrek's
is the most
good.
annoying.
Well,
thing.
Shrek's
they're
tight.
all just telling everyone just follows on hip hop Twitter
Yeah.
who they agree with.
Exactly.
It's like, who do you like? And then they just like regurgitate the,
Hip-hop Twitter-
the artist you like
yeah.
back right to you, and they're like, JID is like you're a JID fan, and someone says JID so damn good,
Yeah.
and then you follow them, you're like, oh, and then they start making these. Hip hop Twitter has pissed me off.
It's crazy. It's a
because
crazy world.
It's all about making these stupid arguments.
Always.
Who's better?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's like who's the better artist,
and it's like
and then go
Yeah.
at it.
it's like two random people. You
Yeah,
know?
'cause if I see another Kendrick or Cole, I'm just like, bro, it's not. I'm like, we got other things going on in the world right now. Nobody really cares
Yeah.
that much.
Yeah.
They're like Flower Boys greater than
And it'd be the same-
2014 Forest Hills Drive. Don't at me. And then at the bottom, someone's like win. Like
Yeah,
someone's like win. And then
W.
the other people's like lost. This is a huge
And then
L.
it's someone with
No,
it's like
that-
SpongeBob holding the L or whatever.
That and the same old recycled tweets like, "Oh my gosh, our future oldie is the best freestyle ever," and I'm just like, y'all talk about this damn song every month. We get it.
Like the
All
only
right.
good Odd Future song.
Exactly.
No, yeah. It has hip hop Twitter has a lot of stinkers, and I think most of the accounts are stupid, and people are like way too gatekeepery,
Yes.
and like way too like hive minded, about like oh, these are the OGs and these are the whatever, these people have great flows and like these people are better than whatever, but they do a lot of good for I said they do a lot of good for new artists,
That's a good point.
like even Shrek has a playlist of like all he's like up and coming artists. He does it like once a month.
Well, that was like, I mean, that's kind of what got Lyrical Lemonade fucking started. But
Really?
the only difference is that Cole directed music videos, so that's a huge value
Oh,
add
yeah.
for artists.
Yeah, that
Just
is.
He was
Yeah.
like, hey, not only am I gonna like talk about you, I can make your music videos.
Right.
And they were always fire.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And that's an excellent strategy that he went about.
That was the whole reason. I'm glad we're doing this now because it doesn't just stick to that, and I feel like this is better for me. But like, I wanted to be Cole Bennett so bad, but I was
You
like,
did.
I don't want to direct. So that was like my whole. I was like, the music video aspect is what makes it.
Right. But podcasting is a different. It's the same like discipline of you still interacting or putting the artist on a pedestal or giving them another like lane of
Promo
marketing.
and-
exposure.
Yeah, exposure. That's the word.
Well, also it's because we like this because we've tried some other stuff, but we like the long form, relaxed thing of like medium of a podcast because it's not like you're cramming so much creativity in. It's kind of like you're able to let it flow. It's more authentic. And I think Joe Rogan is really fucking like broken down the fact that people just want authenticity.
He's the bones of podcasts.
No, he really is. Like, it's crazy to hear other podcasters be like, yeah, he's the whole reason that they changed their strategy to be like, oh, I need to be doing this, and they're now like huge. But final thing with the Shrek Knows Rap is I think it's the fact that it's taking a whole new perspective of it. It's not just talking about music. It's like he makes Shrek related memes into rap.
That's why Shrek's
fucking hilarious.
Yeah, Shrek's great because it's Shrek talking about rap. That's a great concept.
That is.
And Shrek has, one of the best movie soundtracks.
So true.
Oh,
so
yes.
true. He's got clout behind him. He can he knows what's up. So.
God.
Oh yeah. You definitely.
So I guess I'll throw this in there. This is probably something that y'all were very curious about, but I want to have y'all answer the internet.
Oh God.
So what we do is Barstool came out with these decks where they took from their KFC show these random questions that they were asked, and they made it into a deck. So one thing I thought we always find fun is when we take one of their questions and we kind of just talk about it.
Nice.
So the one for today is, would you rather have teeth where your hair is or hair where your teeth are?
Would I rather have hair where my teeth is or teeth where my hair are?
Oh, teeth where my hair is. You kidding me? Because then, do we? I don't know if we keep the teeth we got, but it's just good to have teeth. I don't need more hair. I got enough hair. We all got enough hair. Hair doesn't do shit.
That's
Teeth
true.
are dope.
Can I have the hair removed? Or the teeth removed,
Yeah, I would need the hair where my teeth is, because then I could just cut it out. Or just
do you have?
like
I don't think
shave
you
it.
have teeth anymore
Yeah, then you wouldn't have teeth.
because you have no teeth, and then now you just have hair. I want teeth where my hair is because I want to be able to chew.
Yeah,
I
teeth
can
where my
I can be bald. That's fine. Or I'll wear a hat every day. Not a big deal.
Ooh, I could do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely hat game. My hat game would be insane.
Oh, yeah.
And that's
I'd start really investing into sick hats.
That is, or toupees. Could
Or
rock
toupees. Yeah. But I think I'd rather just have an insane hat collection. I'd be the guy who wears crazy hats. I don't know if I want to be that guy. Never mind.
Nice. I'll go in that lane. I'll just start rocking hoodies all day.
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, I think it's pretty much consensus on that one.
Yeah.
Because the other option is you can't chew anything for the rest of your life.
I guess
so
that's true.
That's kind of shit.
Yeah, I need food.
So one thing
Not
I do
just
want to
smoothies.
know is, I know I feel like this is easier than ranking your favorites, but who would y'all say is each of your biggest inspirations for the music y'all create?
Prince, D'Angelo, Lil Wayne. Okay, well, I probably should break it down to why, or a little bit of why. Prince, because he is just a maestro of music and
A savant.
and literally like what I like about him and what I admire about him is from seeing him twice live perform.
Wow.
Yeah, the first time I didn't remember. I barely remember. I was like a little kid, but the second time I was like, I only knew him from Purple Rain, and then when I saw him live in New Orleans, I was like, okay, I need to go do my research, because I was just kind of lost. But at the same time, I was like, okay, I know these songs. But yeah, he was just literally he was such a multidisciplinary artist. He could do movies, he could write songs for other people, he produced his own stuff, and not just produce his own stuff and produce stuff for other people, but the way he made, you can hear a song and be like, okay, that's a Prince, that sounds like Prince, because he knew how to mesh different types of techniques from different genres and make it into his own. So that's what I really love about him.
Real quick before you go on the next one.
Yes.
When you saw him, did he do anything very unique in the performance? And I'll explain my reasoning for asking after. But
when I saw him in 2014 at Essence Festival, not that I can recall. The only thing I can recall, and I don't mean to disrespect this man at all. All praise to this man. But when I was leaving to go, and when I saw him a little bit more up close, I did not realize he was that short. I kind of expected him to be a little bit taller, but he's really short.
I was asking because one of the favorite things Hannibal Buress has said is he talked about how he was super high and went to see him in Austin one time, and he did like, I want to say it was something crazy like 10 encores. But he was he was like, oh hey, good night everyone, and then he'd walk on stage and be like encore, and then he'd come back on. He did that 10 times, so that's why I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, he's known to like do that because like he would go from a concert and then just go to like a random bar, and just play for like 3 hours, and it'll be like 3 a.m. and his band is like, yeah, I'm ready to go home and sleep, and this dude's just still playing. But yeah, Prince is number one. Number two, D'Angelo, because of the same thing. He made his own like sound, and I just love his music. Lil Wayne, because of how like confident in himself he was to prove himself to call himself the best rapper alive.
He defined a generation.
Exactly. And he literally like defined a generation. Like all these rappers we hear now, like I just keep thinking about how Carter 3 Wayne, when he was singing on AutoTune, and like songs like Prostitute and Pussy Monster, like you could connect Future back to that, you can connect Young Thug back to that, Gates back to that. So that's why I like him. Like he just redefined hip hop.
Everybody likes Wayne. I mean, he was able to cross all kinds of socio-economic lanes.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
every white kid, every black kid, every Asian kid, everybody.
Well, he was like
young people.
He was literally like a pop star. Like in 2008, like this dude was a superstar.
Carter 3 was an insane album. So
yeah.
Listen to that tonight after y'all leave.
I'm trying to think of anybody else. Tyler the Creator, because of just of his influence on today's generation, and he gave a voice to alternative suburban black kids like me who were kind of hipster-ish and was kind of nerdy, and gave them a voice and a lane to make alternative hip hop. Alternative hip hop has always been there since Jungle Brothers and A Tribe Called Quest, but he picked up where Pharrell left off, which I think is awesome. And also the Neptunes, Pharrell, their sound is their just style of music, and I just like people who knows how to connect different techniques and make their own stuff. So yeah.
What you got?
Joe. Okay. So influences, damn. So first off, I think when I'm making songs, maybe my biggest influence right now is some of that saturation Brockhampton music. Just the intricacies and the number of parts and energies that they're able to make in the course of an album. Like you see the hype of a song like Heat, or so many crazy hype songs on their projects, and then to the Bareface, just like he can break it down, Summer Waste, and the intricacies of their beats are phenomenal. Another guy I've been really listening to close has been Flying Lotus. And he's on another, he probably takes it to the next level of creativity when creating songs.
Isn't that like where he either brought up Thundercat or like Thundercat just pulls a lot of inspiration from.
Thundercat is signed to Brain Feeder, which
Okay.
is Flying Lotus's record.
Okay,
Mm.
because I knew they were close, and I knew.
They got
Yeah.
some sick bass on those Flying Lotus.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah. Flying Lotus Los Angeles album is I forgot to put that in there, but bro, that defined like my sound. Like he is like futuristic as hell.
And that's kind of how me and Nick get along with our kind of creativity. We like this,
Yeah.
you know.
As Andy calls the beep boop bop.
Nick, I make fun of Nick sometimes because he'll come up with a song and it sounds real like I always say it's like beep boop bop boop, like Mr. Krabs. Whenever he was listening to that,
That's exactly what I was
we definitely got. So Nick is very inspired by that Mr. Krabs beat.
Ravioli, give me the formuoli. Is that
Yeah.
Oh man, the heater.
Oh man.
Okay, one thing I want to know that I saw you had. What's y'all's album of the year? If y'all have one
of this year.
this year, 2020, which has been a weird year for music.
Yeah.
You know?
It's also kind of hard to remember what.
Yeah, it
dropped
is kinda
because
That's
hard.
what I'm saying. Like it is kind of hard to remember.
Yeah, there's a lot that has dropped, honestly. What are the big ones?
Maybe
Detroit 2,
Circles.
most recent Circles.
Savage Mode 2, I think, was
Savage
the
Mode
last
2.
big one that I had in contender.
Alfredo, Young Nudi's album. I don't even know what it's called.
Yeah.
It was awesome though.
Lil Uzi dropped.
Lil Uzi, yeah, Eternal Atake.
Bad Bunny dropped. Don't know if y'all listen to reggaeton, but Bad Bunny's album was literally my contender since it dropped in February until like the summer.
Not really.
I enjoyed the new album, the new Logic album.
That one was very
I'd
good.
Oh, yeah.
say that's the best album of the year.
Your boy Anime had one. That one
mean,
was fucking fire.
That one was good.
That was
That
good, yeah.
That surprised
Actually
me.
was-
I did not
was
expect it to
surprising.
be as
Really?
really fucking good.
I don't know. I can't get into them. Pause. That's weird. But yeah, I can't. I don't know.
I think Amine is just he's so like so pop and like he's not doing a ton different, but he's doing it well. That's how I feel like.
Yeah.
about him,
He kinda-
you know?
I like him when he's with Injured Reserve. I'm gonna be honest. When he's collabed
Oh,
with them.
Injured Reserve is.
Yeah, I gotta
They-
listen to them
They're
more.
good.
Jailbreak the Teslas.
Really
That's
good.
too, but
That's a really creative song there.
yeah.
That was impressive.
I think
That goes back to jailbreaking my phone back in the day. Y'all did that?
Yes.
You gotta get Cydia.
Bruh. It's I
Oh,
don't know
man.
what I really want to say. Okay, because Freddie Gibbs dropped Alfredo this year, but did he drop Mad Lib?
That was last year.
That was
That
damn
was-
it.
Yeah, I know. That one was so fucking good.
Okay,
Bandana.
well,
Who else dropped this year? I mean,
I can't
I know
remember.
that Deontay Hitchcock. Oh, project was pretty good. And what about the
Thundercat.
that one was funny.
Yeah, I think Alfredo and that Thundercat album to me.
Ooh, fucking your boy Bam Bam Baklava dropped. I don't know if you listen to listen to Only for Dolphins.
I did not listen to it.
Very good.
Very good.
Production on that, amazing.
Hmm.
I'm trying to go
Man.
through and see.
I think I'm gonna go with Circles. That shit was really
Circles
well
was top. I forgot
good.
Circles was
Just
like
'cause
the beginning of the
Max
year.
was Such a god,
Yeah.
and another one of those huge musical influences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
mine I actually think is fucking Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon. Or is that what the
Oh, Pop
album's called?
Smoke's.
Pop Smoke's album. Yeah, Pop Smoke's
Oh.
15 million song album. I've been bumping that.
I kind of wish they
so
did a
much.
deluxe
Bruh.
version where the deluxe version of
Dude.
the deluxe just had the remainder of his discography.
They have like
just
it's like
attached onto the
40
album.
it's like 40 songs and I like almost all of them. I'm like I've been bumping that
yeah,
way
but
too
I
much.
hate
It was
it was almost worse
It is
that
too much.
Yeah,
it was
it
almost
was
worse-
way too many songs. But
Mm-mm.
yeah,
because
oh
they
my
were
God, I
almost
loved
worse
it.
than Post Malone with that, to where it was just like, not only have they already put, like, I was like, this is Pop Smoke's 4th project they put Dior on. Like, come on.
Yeah.
There's only
Yeah.
so many
But,
projects
yeah.
you can add this song to.
But the thing about the hits, there's so many hits and there's so many like small ones that still are so good.
Yeah.
Oh, we forgot Unlocked. That Denzel.
oh yeah,
Oh, I missed
Denzel,
that.
that was
That
Denzel Kenny Beats.
That
right?
was nice.
Yeah.
I mean, 8 songs, and that was well done.
That and Benny the Butcher and Hit Boy.
Ooh, that one
Man,
was.
I feel like I was on
That one
I
was
feel
very
like
good.
I was in like Rockefeller era Jay-Z with that one. That was
Yes.
a really great.
Yes, very
really
true.
Great.
Griselda is fucking showing out.
I just listened to the beginning of what is that? What is the most recent?
Are you talking about
Griselda's.
Conway's, or are you talking about Pray for Paris? Because Pray for Paris dropped this year as well.
His most
Yeah.
recent,
That
yeah.
was
Whatever's the most
good.
recent one I started
Oh,
listening
you
to.
Pray
It
for
just,
Paris,
that.
the one with the fucking
Yeah.
it's the famous David slaying
Yeah,
Goliath.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
Pray
yeah.
for Paris. That
Fire.
put me on Griselda this year. So
Yeah,
that one's
that's-
definitely in there because they have been absolutely showing up this year.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
guys, I gotta run. If you wanna, if y'all
Y'all
still
want
wanna
to keep going?
yeah, if y'all wanna
Sure,
keep going,
yeah.
I gotta run. But it's been super awesome talking to y'all.
Oh
Thanks,
yeah,
Colin.
bro. You too,
Jump
man.
into a meeting, but I'm sure I'll see y'all after.
All right, man.
All right, bet.
All right, so now that this stupid bitch is gone, let's have some real fun. Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Hey man, I just got
Function after hours.
This is where I want to hear, like, I can't think of any other way to describe it until like the most recent thing I can think of that fits it is, do you remember that song? Oh, you remember like the transition at the end of After Dark from Scorpion by Drake, where it was like
Yes.
that late night radio?
Yes.
That's what I would love as just like a filler for like an intro or like a transition for this podcast. And that's where you said the function after hours.
The
That's first thing
function
I thought of.
after
Dude,
hours.
we could do that. And then it's just like it's not even like nothing else, like no bonus content. It's just like in the same like episode of the function.
It's like that. I could use it for that. I know we're just thinking out loud, so
Yeah.
get over it if I keep this in here, listeners. But it's like that, and then the other thing I can think of is it's like that small little interlude they have in 3001, A Laced Odyssey, where it's like, it sounds like it's like a radio thing.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
just like-
yeah.
I forget which one it is, but I don't think it's Smoke Break, but it's
It's always radio kind of sounds are always real popular.
but it's like specifically like the late night, almost like 90s kind of.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, like, hey, this is KFM 25.0, and we're coming to you live.
Hey, this is Nappy Boy Radio.
Yeah. Hey, but in that boy radio.
So who who is the? I know you kind of mentioned who you worked with, but who is the biggest artist you've met?
I've met.
Let me think.
I met Jay Electronica at Buku one year, and he came. I had an NERD hat on, and he came down to shake everybody's hand at the small stage at Buku, and he was like, "Hey, bro, I see you, bro," and he shook my hand, and I was like, I just shook the hand of the same rapper that Jay-Z and Diddy just had a bid over a few years ago, and is the most prolific artist on earth right now, next to Andre 3000.
Fucking throwing it back real quick. Didn't fucking his album drop this year?
Yes, it
Okay.
leaked. I was in that group chat for the group buy. They tried to like buy it out from this other guy who had it, and I got kicked out of the Discord because I didn't have any money. But I was like,
But would that be your AOTY then?
honestly, it needed to be mixed, because the version that came out, it would have sounded really great if it was mixed. It was the version that came out was the leaked version, and then he just went ahead and put it on Tidal because he was like, all right, like, you know, for y'all to just who don't want to download it like the old school Dat Piff way and want to just get it off streaming. But Jay took it back down, and I think he's working on a master version right now, in a mixed version. But yeah, it finally dropped, and somebody said, no, okay, that's my album of the year. I forgot that even dropped this year, the Jay-Z and Jay Electronica album.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah,
The one with
that.
the Ghost of Soulja Slim and
Yes.
the blinding or the binding.
Yes, that is my jam. That whole album is like
Fucking love that.
is a
Some
prophecy,
space shit.
and
Good synth work.
That is my favorite. Is it The Binding or The Blinding? I never remember.
The Blinding.
The Blinding.
Yeah.
Yes. Not huge on the Travis Scott part, but just the fact the Swizz beats and then back and forth between Jay and Jay.
Well, at least he didn't ruin the song like
that's true
on Chopsticks.
Yeah, that's true. Chopsticks.
Don't get me started on Chopsticks. That. Oh man. That's not. Is that even a feature though? Like.
I don't know, but it's like sometimes Travis does these songs and like the Quavo Honcho thing. I was just like, I listened to it. I remember
it has grown on me. I will say that it from when it originally came out, I was feeling very poorly about it, but it has definitely grown on me since.
That's the problem with people in these damn collab albums. I'm like, y'all think y'all want a whole album of these two people until it comes out and it's like, this is like the most like bare lowest quality of a song they could make together.
That's the problem, is that everyone has, all the rap community has the mantra like simplicity's better. Try to make this as simple as possible, and that's not always the case. Because sometimes it's better to develop your stuff to be good than just yelling chopsticks into the mic over and over again. There's sometimes you actually have to sit down and write something dope. And, like, not everything you do is going to be dope. Like,
exactly.
First off, one thing I want to add to that is, what the fuck was Q doing? Because I remember whenever Q talked about it, I was like, oh, I'm so excited. I'm getting that Kanye verse for that part. And then he gets in, that motherfucker says okay like 13 times in a row. And he's just like, motherfucker.
But then he had to fake it and be like, yeah, it was a Kanye feature, woohoo. And then like internally he's just screaming like,
he's like, I paid how much for this shit?
Exactly.
You don't know what you're getting with the Kanye feature.
That's true.
Well, now you don't know, but you know, back when he was I would feel more sane and wasn't like completely just out there.
Yeah, he was dope.
Yeah.
That Chance one on what is it? The music is all we got. You know, all we got.
All we got. Yeah.
Yeah, that one. It was like Kanye. I just didn't like him going with the
Fantano.
Like, it kind of. I mean, it's still a good song, and I mean, I'm not gonna shit on the song. It's still good, but sometimes Kanye. I mean, I guess that's part of being a creative, is that sometimes you take a risk on.
He pushes the envelope. That's. I mean, that is very with
scoop to me.
Yep, lift yourself. But no, Fantano I think described that the best, where he was just like, yeah, it's a beautiful gospel intro by Chance the Rapper, and then 4 auto-tuned Kanye West simultaneously have heart attacks on the track, and just kind of fuck it up.
Oh my god.
So,
man.
Fuck, I just had something I wanted to mention. It was.
You got it, bro. We all chilling.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to remember what it was. 'Cause it was.
Oh man.
What is it? Whoever. Oh yeah, the thing I did want to go into was the. You're talking about people clowning Travis Scott. Did you see him with the Batman thing?
Oh my god.
No, I haven't seen this.
All he had to do, like he posted a picture of himself in a Batman suit for Halloween.
But it was Matt Brown, because that's his thing. All his cars are Matt Brown.
Yeah.
He wears a lot of brown. And he had a Batman suit that was Matt Brown, and people just absolutely roasted him. He deleted his Instagram because of that.
All he had to do is just delete the picture.
I know.
And people would kind of still roast him about it. And honestly, the news cycle is so fast. The next day on Twitter, they'll be talking about something else.
Oh, they forget that.
No,
so
the
fast.
memes have been absolutely invading my phone today with that. I was like, I thought this was funny, and then I was like, damn, I guess he deleted it over it. And then like today, I'm just like, this is almost every other meme on all the meme pages I follow. So they are ruthlessly, because they keep calling, instead of him being Batman, they call him Cockroach Man because he's brown. So.
that was one mad brown suit, bro. I was like, what? Like, come on, man. Like, and then my thing is like his overall like sense of fashion is just kind of weird. Like when he did the merch for the McDonald's campaign.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, come on, Travis, like really, like, like it's just like he was trying to be artsy and different and have these like weird thrown together childlike imagery of like McDonald's and stuff, and it was like
Cradle to grave. It's the McDonald's.
He set
theory.
the standard though. I mean, so I'm guarantee going forward, when we've called this, every brand like that is going to try and pull a celebrity to have their own twist, especially fast food. Because I mean, J Balvin has one now. God knows who else is going to get one. Where else? But
you got to at least give him props that his PR team
that make him make some fucking money and monetize his brand. Oh my God.
They are just on a rampage of just brand deals and sponsorships. Yeah, Fortnite. Now,
didn't he start that one too? Wasn't he the first Fortnite concert?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I know Pac had one after, and
I didn't know that.
Anderson .Paak had his own.
Oh, did
and
he?
so did
Yeah,
so did Marshmello.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's a good creative move. I remember that. I thought it was genius whenever Logic got with the Rick and Morty.
I love that.
Like he did the little intro to his mixtape with their voices, and then he did like the concert at the end of the show.
Oh yeah.
And that was really well done. These crazy collabs like that are becoming more and more.
Well, that's because hip hop is the like
it is
number
pop
one.
Yeah.
It is pop. Yeah, it is like the mainstream. Like, like every pop singer is trying to get a rapper in their song, and it used to be like where rappers didn't want to sing. Like this, like singing is like for sissies or whatever. Like you need to rap, and then now with the emergence of sing rapping and Drake and Nelly was really like one of the first. But now, like you said, it's just pop
Roddy
now.
Rich and
Now Roddy Rich and Youngboy and Gates are just full-fledged singing like some blues artists, which I posted the other day. I was just like, I listened to one of them. I was like, this sounds like exactly like Howlin' Wolf or Leadbelly, because the passion and pain these people are singing with, like, bro, you cannot tell me you listen to Honey, no money, mama.
dope.
You can't tell me you listen to Rod Wave and not hear like
the pain in his voice. Correct.
Yes. Like it doesn't even matter like what is he singing about. The dude could sing about like anything and I could cry right there.
That's such a big problem with parents and people listening to rap who just put it on, like they hear something like that and they just think, oh, this is garbage, these people aren't singing about anything. But I mean,
well, that's generational, because when they were kids it was the same thing about with rock and stuff.
Yeah, listen to Kid Rock and their parents were like, this Kid Rock is a goofball.
Well, yeah, I know, but I mean, it's just a problem is that they can't see through some of this, some of the passion and emotion that is actually in this stuff. And it's great that our generation is recognizing the similarities and can cross the stuff like you just did.
Yeah.
So one thing, I guess final thing to kind of get before we do a wrap up is, who are you seeing is on your next to kind of pop off list?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Like that's a
okay.
Especially being what y'all both listen to, I'm very intrigued.
I
especially
think,
since y'all are.
I think
very.
Token is about to blow up.
I remember. Is it Flamingo? Is the one?
Oh, that's a great one. YouTube rapper with Tech Nine is another.
That's the other
really
one I was thinking of.
And that dude is going. He just brings, I mean, some Denzel type energy on his tracks. Now, I mean, he's a little bit niche-y right now, and I mean, some people don't really mess with him that hard yet, just because he kind of hasn't broken into that pop. Like, he needs to get a little more melody based on some of his stuff before he starts really blowing up. But he's well on his way, and he's got all the talent in the world.
Cesar, what about you? Do you have any?
Honestly, I don't. I just
Me.
honestly. Honestly, I just kind of find like I just go in Discord and I just join these like music community groups and
You sound like you're in a million Discords.
yeah, I am. That's exact. Like I just have like, you know how you can put a Discord community and make it like a little like folder. I have like 4 of those.
Damn.
And I just kind of like pop into each and every one of them and see like, okay, what are they doing here? What are they doing there? Because that's the new SoundCloud now. Like SoundCloud sold out, so you can't really like network as easily and as fluid as you could. So everybody just migrated to a new platform, and this is the new platform. And to be a musician now is like that's the wave. Like you just gotta keep on. Like okay, what's everybody on? Okay, let me get on that. But and just evolve. But yeah, really right now, it's nobody who I think is gonna pop off. It's just like there's this girl named Nao who's a R&B singer who I think is pretty nice. Then there's this other guy who I forgot his name.
Shouts out that other guy.
Yeah, that
Shout
other
out him.
guy is really just
Find him at that
Popping
other
off.
guy.
bruh.
Oh, his last project, that project.
Yes.
Yes, so good. That was fire.
But really, yeah, I just don't. I just let other people put me on to like people who are already kind of established, and I'm just like, oh, I didn't really pay attention to that. The only thing, actually, they're not really like they're popular, but they're not like mainstream. There's this really nice jazz UK scene going on in London, and it's
Oh yeah.
it is like the next wave. Like this is where it's already here.
Y'all
but-
already seeing Tom Mish kind of break through,
Yeah.
but there are other people on their way up.
Oh yeah. That this wave of like jazz fusion producers and musicians that's going to be taking over. It's already taking over, but it's pretty nice. Y'all need to check that out.
Yeah, that's probably the counterculture that's coming into play now, because I think that's probably just partially a rebellion against the electronic heavy music that we're guy on his laptop music that we're experiencing today. And now they're moving this UK jazz movement. These guys are just such good musicians, and I mean, obviously, we're always, got our head out for A-class musicians out there, but I think that movement is growing in numbers because of how, I mean, people are just sick of the, trap beats that have been going around since, Travis in 2011 and that scene, and
yeah, because trap is now disco, and it's about to burn out because
Right.
Yeah.
everybody's trying to hop on a trap beat, whether it's a singer, a pop singer, or a country singer. They have some type of double time hi hat going
too
on
easy
in
to
their
make.
exact. Well, it's not that it's too easy to make, but it's just become so popular. Like I said, when disco got to the point where it's like this is not cool anymore because every single person was doing a disco
Right.
track to try to like get in the mainstream and get with the quote unquote cool kids. So yeah.
and now like Yusuf Days he can do trap hi-hats like manually. He doesn't even need a computer. He's so damn good on the
Jesus.
drums. Like,
shout out to Yusuf Days, man.
I always thought that'd be funny seeing a trap rapper have like a live drummer to try and do the hi-hats live. After like he just
They got like four dudes.
you
just-
just have to sub a drummer out after each song because your
Yeah.
hand is just gonna get so tired.
Exactly.
Two guys are like very in sync. They can do them.
I had a couple other guys I think are coming up. A guy by the name Paris Price. I think I found out about him from hip hop Twitter, and he's really like Dreamville. Sounds kind of like J. Cole kind of thing, but he's like good. Also John Sway, who he's big on hip hop Twitter too, and he's in the same kind of wannabe Dreamville, kind of thing. I mean, who doesn't want to be Dreamville right now? I mean, can't really blame them.
To that last project.
Yeah.
But those are a couple guys that definitely have serious skill and potential, in the rap community. Coming up.
Definitely gonna check a lot of those out.
Also in town, I've been listening to this kid D Shaw 225. I've talked to him on Twitter or Instagram a couple times, but he's from Zachary. I've been listening to his stuff. He put out a project, Quarantine Chronicles, and they had some cool beats, and he goes in. Also, the other guy in town, sounds like this dude sounds like he's from Baton Rouge. He's like 30. Sounds a lot like Jay-Z and Killer Mike. God damn it, what's his name? He's got a song with D Shaw. Name can't come to me right now. I'll remember in a sec. Hold up. Yo, go ahead.
I was just gonna see, just to kind of wrap us up, where can everyone find y'all?
You can find me on SoundCloud. I still got my old beats on there. I'm trying to find a new place to put my new sounds up, but I still have some stuff on there. Enrique Rainero on SoundCloud, ENRIQUERAINERO, and on Instagram as well.
And we'll link all that, so
Okay.
you don't have to remember that. But
Nice. Yeah, but SoundCloud, Twitter. Wait, no, not Twitter. So yeah, SoundCloud and Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah, and the guy I was talking about is Adam Dollars is his name. And y'all can find me, Anderson Powers. I'm on Instagram, Anderson.Powers. I'm on Twitter. I think it's Anderson.Powers as well.
we'll find it. We'll link it. So no stress.
I'm mostly active on Instagram, if anything, but really just been trying to work on music.
Yeah.
Social media's kind of taking the back seat.
Yeah, if you want to run our social medias, by all means, please hit me up.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Dope.
Well, sweet. I don't know if you have any final remarks, but
Well, thank y'all so much for having us on.
no, we're glad
Yeah,
you're
for
here.
sure.
We're sorry this has been planned so long ago, and we are just now getting it.
Yeah.
No, it is all love. The only thing I have left to say is drink water, meditate. I think there's a revolution about to go on in this country, and just read books on political theory, and just stay woke.
Yeah, and everybody, if you don't want to do that, just roll yourself something green and chill the fuck out, because we don't have time to deal with that stuff. And for your mental health, there's a better way.
I'd like to thank our sponsor, Raw Rolling Papers. Thank you for sponsoring this episode. For all of the white moms out there that are listening and they send their kids to private school, we really thank you for using our products. Raw Rolling Papers. Roll yourself something good.
Yeah, it's the live from the 225. It's the yeah, it's going down in the going down in the where it's at. It's the